I found the stupid creature in my basement. I pretty cold in there. Okay, where's what?
Bittergiggle doesn't fall short either. In Garden of Banban 6,
Okay.
Bittergiggle has 2 unused voice lines. Take a listen. Let's go! This is our only chance. Let's do this! I'll fix the levers down here. You cover me from up there. In Garden of Banban 7, during the rooftop chase sequence with the notified Bittergiggle, he was originally meant to intermittently scream random jokes that make absolutely no sense. Take a listen.
What did the sheep say? A car! What do you call a leaf that sneezes?
This had to be scrapped because it would have been difficult to listen to Bittergiggle as you were running away from him. So instead, it was replaced entirely with crazed laughs. 2 of these crazed laughs also ended up being unused.
I still
Take a listen.
hungry. Now it's wait. Now it's placed. I'm still hungry. Oh, I remember you. You always hated my jokes. It was so the baby. Okay, maybe I go with Bobby or maybe. Okay, I'm too Bobby sound. Baby, that. Oh, sorry, I said that.
And these are far from the only unused content related to Bittergiggle. As with most other characters, Bittergiggle too remains part of many unused scripts and sequences, once again spanning from Garden of Banban 4 all the way to Garden of Banban 0. During the climax of Garden of Banban 4, the player witnesses Bittergiggle achieve his goal of making Queen Bouncelia laugh, but not before his massive pet Kittysaurus and a mutated little beak engage in an intense fight. This all takes place within the Queen's throne room. But what if I told you that this entire sequence was originally going to be very different from what it ended up being? Normally, the player gets trapped by Bittergiggle, escapes, and returns to the kingdom to find Sheriff Toadster has been knocked out, and that Bittergiggle and Kittysaurus have infiltrated the throne room. And chaos ensues from there. In the original version of the script, the player would return to the kingdom after escaping Bittergiggle's entrapment to find the entire kingdom in shambles. Glancing upwards, the player would see Sheriff Toadster and Little Beak hiding on an elevated platform, warning the player that Bittergiggle and his army have made their way into the kingdom. This army that they mention would have consisted of both Kittysaurus and Kamataki and Tamataki, instead of just Kittysaurus as it is in the final version. Bittergiggle, Kittysaurus, and Kamataki and Tamataki would then notice the player, the Sheriff, and Little Beak, and Kamataki and Tamataki would shoot their projectiles at Little Beak, causing the poor bird to, once again, fall into the Givanium barrel. It would then emerge as the mutated Little Beak.
I still something. I need to go though. Okay, that is not secure. Maybe upstairs or double downstairs.
And would engage in a similar fight with...
No, that is double downstairs. I want to be calling work. Sorry.
Both Kamataki and Tamataki and Kittysaurus. The Queen would then exit her throne room to check out the loud noise, only for Bittergiggle to climb on a higher platform, jump on her back, and scream his joke into her ear, causing her to laugh. You would then escape with Sheriff Toadster, leaving the chaos behind. This version of the script had to be altered because it felt too messy.
A script is cool. Script is so cool. I like it. Boom. How I see on the sculpt. Is that is sculpt is so cool. It's so cool everything.
Let us know in the comments below which version of the ending of Garden of Banban 4 you think was cooler. At a certain point in Garden of Banban 6, you are tasked with protecting Bittergiggle from the naughty ones from a high platform as he tries to fix the office door from a lower and darker part of the area. But what if I told you that this minigame was originally going to be completely different? The main threat of this sequence was originally not the naughty ones at all. Instead, it was a never-before-seen version of Sheriff Toadster, the Naughtified Sheriff Toadster. From the safety of the upper, more lit area, you would control a light that would keep bittergiggle safe as long as he stays within it as he navigated below. Except the Naughtified Sheriff would eagerly wait for bittergiggle to stray too far from the light and snatch him, and then snatch you. Before the mechanics of this minigame could be developed further, the Euphoric brothers agreed that keeping the sheriff's fate unknown following the kidnapping of Banbaleena would make for a better narrative point. It would also take away much of the naughty one's screen time, which needed to be established as a serious threat in the dark. And thus, the sequence was altered to what it is today, protecting bittergiggle from hordes of giant leeches that despised the light. But what about scrapped sequences that are actually referenced in the game by bittergiggle but are never shown? Well, we have the first example of that in Garten of Banban 0, where while tied to his bed, bittergiggle mentions strong earthquakes that broke something in the room.
They left me here tied to the bed, and with all these earthquakes, something broke. The tranquilizing gas is leaking.
This line was in reference to a series of events that were scrapped from Garten of Banban 0, while every now and then a strong earthquake would shake everything and everyone, with characters commenting on it after it happens. These earthquakes were supposed to serve as foreshadowing for Ramamba, which would have been the source behind these earthquakes. However, since Ramamba was already contained in a cell, it would have been a little hard to believe that they can cause earthquakes that strong from that cell. So ultimately, the earthquakes were scrapped altogether, leaving behind this little reference as an homage to what could have been. I'm actually recording this episode before Garten of Banban 0 drops, so this is actually the first that I've learned that the earthquakes had to be cut. So that's exciting. But wait, bear with me while I feed this hungry snake. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Banban Chronicles, where the secrets and history of another character will be revealed. Comment down below which character you want to learn more about next, and keep on Banbanning!
Okay. Bye, guys. I see you on Fat Forgotten Boy. I showed up.